Hey there, Gemini. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, this week and every week we take a look at your material world first, and then I take a look at your love life. Both tend to get very spiritual and deep though, so I don't really like to label it because of what they end up becoming, but that is what we try to go for. Also, these candles are for my subscribers. This one is for true love and prosperity. So make a wish for your higher self. I do tell people that it must be for your higher self, otherwise it will not come true because of the way that I do my spell work. So all you have to do is subscribe to receive these blessings. But let's jump into it with Material World first. This week I am using Ciro Marchetti's Marchetti Tarot. Let's jump in. I've already cleansed this space, and we will end my cards and myself. What is going on with my Geminis this week, Spirit, next 7 or so days in the material world? Thank you. Very quick. We do have the 5 of Cups. That could be Scorpio energy. Thank you very much. Hanged Man is Neptunian energy, so you could have some strong 12th house placements. Thank you. More Spirit. And my Geminis. Thank you. Oh, and the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck is a 6 of coins, so we do have quite a bit of balance happening. Even this Hanged Man looks like he's balancing himself out here. Let me put this someplace where I can keep looking at it. So you guys, it may have kind of started off pretty rough this week, although we do have the Hanged Man energy here, so this may have been for quite some time. Some of you may have been feeling like, an overcast day where it's like the sun is trying to shine through, but it's not, and so it kind of just makes everything a little gloomy. This is the feeling I'm getting with this 5 of Cups. It's like, despite the fact that, there's good stuff happening around you, you might still a little bit feel a little bit down. You are coming out of this, though. It's after a period of kind of fighting that feeling and trying, not to be in your feelings, so to speak. And I know, Gemini, it's not always a comfortable place for my air signs to be when it comes to these deep emotions, but it does look like you come out of it by kind of leaning into it, okay? So letting it happen. With the Ace of Cups and the 6 of Coins, it does look like you may be receiving a job offer. There could also be, for some of you guys, I think that you might be paying your bills off. You might have a bonus that kind of surprises you, even though it is the holidays, so you might be expecting it a little bit, but it might be more than what you expected. Because with the Ace of Cups, I do think that there is an offer coming in that really just kind of warms your heart, and and I actually see a few of you just, it's so unexpected that it might move you to tears, and I think that that kind of terrifies a few of my Geminis, like, oh my God, people will see me cry, and yes. Although I feel like quite a few of you probably have some pretty strong Cancerian placements. With this Ace of Cups, I'm getting that a few of you might be pretty, emotionally aware. So that is very beautiful and good. The 6 of Coins can be Taurus placements, which depending on where you are at in Gemini season, Gemini sun season, I should say, it's very possible that you have either Cancer or Taurus, but this is definitely giving me scorpionic vibes, so you may have a Scorpio around you, and Pisces. Lots of water feeling in this chart, so there's a lot going on emotionally with you at work, so you might be very exhausted and might be feeling some kind of way about it, like you feel like you can't turn on your work personality, you know what I'm saying, because like you're so overwhelmed by, just emotions because you're tired, you know. So I think some of you are going through that as well. Let's get some clarification cards. Thank you. It's real fun when you can't speak to someone who is Mercury ruled by some levels. So yeah, let's get into this, you guys. Spirit, what is a deck that we can use to clarify this energy for my lovely Geminis, please? All right, we're starting out with the Energy Oracle by Sandra and Taylor. I just actually thought of one of my Gemini friends when I said that, so I wonder if she's watching. So you guys hit me up. One of my Gemini friends from up here where I live, so she knows if she is watching. The Five of Cups can also be, you know, just kind of the day-to-day things that frustrate us. It could be, you know, being stuck in traffic and then spilling your cup of coffee and then someone cuts you off or something, you know what I'm saying? And then it just kind of all builds up, so you're just in a funk the rest of the day. It feels like that kind of energy for most of you, and it's like, oh my God, you know what? I'm going to pull myself out of this. It's not that big of a deal is what I'm getting, you know? Okay, my beautiful Geminis. Seriously, you know what? I was thinking about that today. Is like all of my Gemini friends are good looking. I don't know if that's like, what is that? I have heard that Gemini suns and depending on what their dominant planet is. Gemini suns whose dominant planet is Mercury, and Gemini risings tend to have like this agelessness. Yeah, I told you guys this was about your emotions, being at work with your feels and not being very good at expressing it. Some of you are just like mad, and like you might be lashing out to people because you haven't been dealing with how you feel at work, or even, you know, it could be a side hustle. It could be anything in which you have to work with people that affects your material world on some level, okay? With the fourth chakra Archangel Raphael, you're being asked to release anything that feels like it might be blocking your emotions. It might be, I actually literally see like some, I don't know why this is what it looks like to me, but oh, look, you have the sun. Okay, but I actually literally see like someone playing one of those old toy, like the really old school toys. Like I just remember seeing one in a history book, and it was like a stick with a wheel, and like you're just supposed to push the wheel, and apparently this was fun for the children back then. But it's like every time you try to do the fun part, the pushing of the wheel, like something rolls in front of it, or there's like a rock that's too big, and it's just like little things that seem to be you know, getting in the way of your joy. And so Spirit is saying that, you know, with Archangel Raphael, and if you believe in archangels, even better, because you can actually just ask, you know, Archangel Raphael to release any blockages that might be stopping you from your joy, okay? With the bottom of the deck being the sun is joy incarnate. So that energy is with you. It is around you. Spirit's just saying that you might be feeling like a little bit like something always is happening, you know, to get in the way of it. But it's really not. Like Spirit's like, it's not that bad. And once you kind of shift your observation and ask for help, you will receive it and you'll be able to see it. Okay, it's like the clouds part then. We did talk about the sun a little bit earlier, so nice to see Spirit supporting me and my little thesis there. Spirit, what is another deck that we should be using for this? All right, we are using the Sacred Creators Oracle. This is by Chris Ann. Half second, I kind of forgot what I was saying there. What do we want to tell our Gemini about the Hanged Man energy here. Thank you. You, the Muse. Oh, wow. This is really beautiful. Of course, Piscean or Neptunian energy is just deeply, deeply creative, and it is the relationship with the creator that you have to art. So this is a beautiful, beautiful thing to say, kind of, if you're feeling troubled, if you're feeling like there are doubts, you can create your out. You can create your healing. All you have to do to be inspired to heal is to look in the mirror, is what I just heard. So some of you are deeply, deeply inspiring, and so much so that, you know, you inspire yourselves, which is absolutely beautiful. Not in like a conceited way, more just like, a lot of you have been through a lot and you're like, okay, I can get through anything. This milk spilling or coffee spilling is like nothing compared to what I've already gone through. And if I could get through that, I'm going to get through my day, you know? And it's like that shift in energy just changes everything for you guys. This is absolutely really, really beautiful, beautiful energy. Cause now what I'm seeing is like, how do I explain this, Spirit? Okay, so what I see is like, okay, you spill the coffee, and at first it feels, you know, awful and you're mad and everything, but once you shift your energy, you see like the coffee like moves into this like river of gold, but the gold is light. It's like sunlight. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out because it happens in my head sometimes in ways that don't make sense to anybody but me. But I do know that I'm here with my gifts for a reason, so hopefully that resonates with some of you. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. This could be it too, you guys. I mean, for me, I'm whatever you choose to entertain you to get you out of funks, because sometimes, you know, if I'm feeling some kind of way about a day, I will watch some stand-up comedy, you know, and I like to laugh my way out. That is my connection to joy, is the giggles. So, you know, I hope that maybe you guys each have a cup of giggles somewhere, that you can tap into, because I think that this week, it'll turn everything around. I'm getting like an actual, like, I'm sorry about the turn your frown upside down, but that's not what I saw. It was like by changing your perspectives, all of a sudden I do see a smile. Okay. Spirit, what is another deck for my beautiful Geminis, please? All right, Enchanted Map Oracle, of course. All right, how are we gonna do this? We'll move that there. There we go. Okay. This is by Colette Baron Reed. She seems like a wonderful woman. I follow her on Facebook. Ace of Cups, Spirit. Gemini next. Ooh, 7 or so days. Flying. That's what the Ace of Cups feels like to me. It is always an offer that puts you in like your most joyful, spiritual, intuitive, like all of those spaces. If you've ever meditated and come to this point of complete joy and peace at the same time, that is what flying and the Ace of Cups together feels like. Okay, bottom of the deck is encouragement, so I'm taking this as you guys really needed this. I think a few of you maybe this reading could have turned away or turned around a potentially not fun week, but it does feel like it was mostly little tiny things that were stacking up, or it could be something a little bit, you know, worse than that, but it was like, it's still not any worse than what you have already been through. And so with that perspective, you're like, I got this kind of thing. And that really lightens it up and helps you be in your best, wow, that was a weird word, auric field is what I just heard. So, okay. Maybe some of you identify with that practice, or you know, maybe culturally that is something that you guys would believe in, an auric field. I do believe in that on a level, but I, you know, probably not on like a broader level. Okay, let's get one more card. Oh, okay. So Spirit's showing me what it means. That's very interesting. I do think of that because I think that everybody does have, you know, I guess an auric field. We have an energy that can and does, you know, stay around us, and depending on who you are and how you are, some people don't realize they have it, and so they just kind of let their energies bleed into pretty much everything. I tend to because not only am I empathic, I'm very introverted. So when I do go out around people, I tend to put a shield up around myself, and but my shield actually has color. I've seen it, and other people have seen it and have been able to describe it to me. So Spirit just showed me my auric field when it shifts from being shielded, and you know, when I'm at my most comfortable. So hopefully that helps you guys on some level. Some of you might be introverted and you're like, you can do that? Yeah, you can absolutely shield up. It is the best, you know. No draining. Nothing bothers you. Everything just kind of boop right off you. All right. Gemini, one more message about their material world. Thank you, Spirit. Work to live or live to work. So some of you, it could be about work that you are going in. You just feel like you're not, you know, fulfilling your purpose. And I think that I have my Geminis who really truly believe that they can have both, that they can make money and fulfill their purpose and enjoy their lives as they're doing it. And that's my card to remind you that yes, you absolutely can. Okay. The bottom of the deck is leave the gossip alone. Some of you with this Five of Cups, you may have heard something about yourself, or you may be at work with someone who likes to do that, who likes to connect to people via gossip, because it makes them feel important on some level. And Spirit is like, don't let that into your auric field. I'm going to use that a lot now, I think. All right, so Gemini, this was your material world. Let's move into love. If you are leaving me because you have no desire to learn about your love life, thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you receive your blessings by subscribing, like this video, and comment down below if it resonated, because I love to hear it. Don't forget that I have a Discord, you guys, and you are totally welcome to come and join me at any point and discuss everything with me. I have a few Geminis there that you know, are already a part of it, because you guys are very good communicators and I love it. All right, so we're using the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. Fun fact, I used to say tarot just to piss people off. Yeah, okay, well, it was just funny to me. And for the one Gemini I was talking about, who's an actual friend of mine from up here, sometimes I would order, she was a bartender, and so I would order Merlot and Shiraz. Have I told you guys that before? I feel like I have. Don't. Margaritas. And instead of fajitas, I used to order fajitas. So that is just me. Welcome to my world. All right, you guys. Tell me about my Geminis in love the next 7 days, Spirit. What is going on? I'm very, very curious. Ooh, right off the bat, the Tower. Okay. We'll get into this, you guys, but I know that the Tower energy can be a little fearsome for a lot of you, especially if you read tarot. The Tower is about things falling apart, being razed to the ground so that you can rebuild anew. The Tower comes out of nowhere. Oftentimes there's a lightning strike, as you can see here. I don't know if you can actually see that. But right here, there's lightning all around, and it set this home and this field on fire. And the gentleman in this picture has his eyes closed and isn't looking, because it is a loss, and there's not much else he can do. I'm guessing that he's either praying or he's waiting, you know. The Tower does appear when change is going to come, because it's divine change. and it's not a comfortable change, I can say that, but for some people the Tower appears because they won't change unless it's uncomfortable change. They won't change unless it's divine change, unless everything around them changes. But let's keep going, you guys, because the Tower can be positive in love. Thank you. With Justice. Yeah. And one more, please, my beautiful Geminis. Thank you. Three of Wands. Yes. Oh, and the Chariot. Yes, you guys, this became very positive, very fast. So let's get into it. I do want to say that divine timing's on the table. So this may have already occurred. With the energies still working, this may occur in the future. This is occurring now. This is divine timing. So the only card that doesn't talk to divine timing is the Three of Wands, but this is a card of patience because although the plans are in motion, does look like travel is on the table, by the way, you guys, with the Chariot and the Three of Wands. But it is a card of planning and initiation, it is taking place in the future. Okay, I'm like, how do I say this without making you guys mad? Okay, just moving my water closer to me. Whenever I talk with Mercury-led people, my mouth gets really dry. So, because I feel like I have to talk more with you guys. Okay, so this is beautiful, you guys. I do want to say that a lot of you went through hell in a relationship, and it could have been really, really terrible. And it's like one of those things where now looking back, you can see that Spirit had to step in. You could have been involved in something, you know, very painful on multiple different levels, and I don't want to get too far into it because everybody's story is going to be different, but let's just say it wasn't fun. Okay, let's just say it was pretty painful, but it was in retrospect a necessary pain because it leads you to quite a bit of joy in your future. Okay, quite a bit of learning in your future. In fact, the Justice card here, it's almost like they are sitting and being taught something, a concept. I do see this sometimes as going into therapy and like understanding the psychology and the nature of human interaction. But this also can be about divorce. This could be about anything legal. You know, it doesn't have to be, in fact, but it can be. By the way, the Tower's energy does remind me a lot of Pluto and Uranus because it is like death and rebirth, but chaos all at the same time. So that could be someone around you, if you know how to do a chart, or people around your chart. Pluto is or was Scorpionic energy. Uranus can be Aquarian energy, or it could be 11th house or 8th house energy. Anyways, that's some stuff for you guys. You don't have to get too far into it. Geminis that are in my Discord, please at me if you have questions. I'm happy to help with you with that. But the Three of Wands is Aries energy, Justice is Libra, and the Chariot can be Cancer. I am starting a new Discord with some of my witchy women of color, and we're like, this is one of the things that we're going to tackle because there's some things about tarot and astrology that I think are past due. So anyways, let's get to you guys. Let's stay on track here. Yeah, it does look really good. Some of you may have been waiting for this Tower moment, actually. Some of you may have needed this type of freedom. What I'm getting is that there could be someone, one of my Geminis here, who knows someone. I won't say you were involved with them because I'm not feeling like you were in a connection with them. But your person, your soulmate, your other half may have been in a pretty toxic connection, and it may be ending. That's for a few of you, okay? I don't think this is for everyone though. What I am seeing is that this definitely teaches you a lot. You move forward at such a at a rapid pace of growth, and as you grow at a rapid pace, I should say. But you are also moving forward, and you're doing it with a lot of balance. Both the Chariot and Justice card talk about balance and equilibrium, and being able to you know, confidently go forth because you know that you have done the work and grown. Again, I do think some of you, this could be someone that you are separated from. We will get more cards about this, but and it could be a physical separation. Like you guys could be, you might have to travel to see each other with the Chariot and the Three of Wands here. Both of these cards give me big travel vibes. So let's check out. This is the Lover's Oracle. For my Gemini spirit, let's clarify all of this energy, please. For my Gemini. Ooh, thank you. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light and I love you. I think that this is big soulmate energy, you guys. Yeah. Some of you may have met someone who came out of nowhere and who completely rocked your world and it was unexpected. The Tower can talk of falling head over heels. If you've ever heard that, it's very rare though, and I don't like to sugarcoat the Tower whatsoever, but it is possible that that is what this is. For some of you guys, the ones that were like, okay, I think I have a person, but last I checked, they were in a relationship, so I haven't even bothered, right? They may not be in one anymore is what I'm trying to say. So that is, if your person is absolutely going through a Tower moment and possibly a divorce, if they are aware of your presence, then yes, they definitely think of you. If you have not met your soulmate yet, your other person, your person yet, if you do not even know who they are, it's like you know that they exist and they know that you exist, and so that is what keeps them forward, because they know that whatever they were going through made them a better person for you, you know, and vice versa. Like you guys maybe would not have, even if you did connect, you know, when you were like 25, I'm giving that age because God knows I should not have been in a relationship at that age, but like if you did connect then, you wouldn't have been able to give each other or be the people that you needed, because you both needed growth in order to be together. So both of you needed to go through your Tower moment. The Tower moment can also remind me a lot of Saturn, because when we do our return to Saturn, it's like we are given like Herculean tasks, right? Like this is when hopefully people have gone through or know about the return to Saturn before it happens. Like start looking around your 27th year, and then again 30 years after that. It's like around every 30-year period, okay? And the reason why you should look at it as soon as possible is because when it's coming up, your chart is literally a map of how to get through it. Like these are the lessons that Saturn wants you to learn. If you learn these lessons, they will not come up again. But if you do not, Saturn is the taskmaster. Saturn is the strict dad. Like Saturn will not stop. Saturn's like, no, you know what? I told you that you need to be more honest in your communication. And here you said this, this, and this. And so you get to be on the assignment. You got to repeat it. You know, like it's that kind of energy. So anyway, some of you guys are going through that right now is what I'm saying. But you come out of it and you are growing and have grown, and therefore will attract your person because they're doing the same thing. All right, Spirit. Get another card. Justice. Justice for my Geminis. Justice for Gemini. Woo. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. There's a couple of messages that are coming in for me right now. Some of you need to forgive your person in the past. Remember, I was saying that this could be a reconciliation of some sort. This could be, you may have known each other when you were very young. Like I said, 25 for some of you, that's like the age, and because I don't know why I said 25. But like for some of you, you may have met when you guys were both too young. So if they went through a Tower moment and they are free to date other people, Spirit says that, you know, it's time to forgive who you were as basically kids, you know, as people that were quite young. And I know that I have quite a big chunk of people that are still in their 20s, But you'll know, trust me. Even when I was still in my 20s, I would say things to people like, oh no, I'm not ready. Like, I'm not that person yet. Like, I knew that I was becoming. And, you know, I'm on a journey. I'm still on a journey. So there's that. That's the fun part. It never ends. Okay. But also forgive yourself is what I was getting. There could be something. You could have been going through a tower moment yourself. You may have chosen someone who wasn't right for you, but Spirit's like, you did learn a lot and you did grow a lot from this. And now you know what these red flags are, or you know that this is not someone that is compatible with you. And so you take those lessons and you apply them, okay? But forgive yourself. And for some of you, if it was a toxic person, Spirit's like, you know what? You don't forget it, but you can forgive them, because you know what? A lot of the times the super toxic types are just very miserable, and it's almost pitiable, you know? So don't forgive their actions, anything, like any abuse on any level. They need to own that, you know, they need to be accountable for it. But the thing is, they're probably not going to, because again, they're toxic. But you can forgive the fact that I almost feel bad for them, and it's okay to feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and forgive yourself for feeling bad for them too. Okay, the Three of Wands, please. Even though when I said that, I heard thanks, S-H-I-T, and I'm like, okay, well, that's true too. But you know, you can just say they're never going to be the person that is good enough for me. They're never going to be the person that is you know, incredible, or you know, my other half. They're never going to be that person, and I forgive them for that. You know, too bad, so sad, but they're never going to be it. That's totally fine to you guys. By the way, passion with the Three of Wands. This makes a lot of sense. The Three of Wands is a very passionate card. In fact, I was seeing some sort of travel and meeting, and it going very well with passion joining us for this. So a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present, and enjoy it. So some of you might have to travel to be with your person, or they travel and come to see you, or there's plans for that. And it does look like a very nice connection. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So that goes to the forgiveness thing. I get that a lot of you might have come through a battleground, okay? But I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. It wasn't that you were wrong, okay? You learned from this, and it was part of your journey, and we're going to integrate the lessons, and we're going to move forward, okay? All right, and we're not going to ignore the lessons either. Goodness. All right. Thank you. Passion again. Bam. Maybe this is the head over heels. The tower is often, you know, depicted with lightning, and so it reminds me of that song, and I hope I haven't already. I probably have already sang this for you guys, because this is what it's reminding me of, but I only remember this. I only remember this as a Muppet skit. So dating myself a bit here, but like, look up Linda Gale Muppets. And I don't know the name of it, but it should come out, and it's the song is, I was walking along, minding my business, when out of the orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. So that's the lyrics, and I don't remember the rest of it, but like, that is what it reminds me of. So some of you are just been knocked off your feet there by passion. Which does lead to something else. Now, that could be your tower moment, okay? I don't want to think that, you know, whatever leads you to your person, that is part of your journey. I don't think that this is like you interrupting a beautiful relationship, okay? But it could be something where you were the catalyst for them to get their SHIT together, okay, and get through this. So it's very, very possible that just you being in the same room would do that. Now, I don't think it's someone that's actually, stays married. I don't think this is an affair. It looks like there is an ending of a relationship and then a beginning, okay? So if anything else, I do not condone. I'm just, okay. Forgiveness and justice, Spirit. Forgiveness and justice for my Geminis. Engagement. Wow, I just heard justice of the peace. So some of you guys may be moving into a higher level of commitment and decide that, what the heck, let's just get married. Let's just do a small wedding in front of a judge. That is for some of you guys. I think that I'm actually channeling someone from my future that is going to find this and be able to do that. But for many of you, it is very possible that this is what you want. You're ready for this, or you're moving into a state where you're ready for this, okay? My goodness, and very soon. Some of you are absolutely planning to meet your person in person. If you have not already done so, if you already know who they are, but there is a separation, a physical separation, you guys will be meeting up very quickly. What I heard is like, when you meet your person, you'll be like, oh my God, this is the person I'm going to marry. Like, it's going to be that kind of feeling. And it might move pretty quickly. I'm not getting any toxic vibes at all, but I do want to say that with a little bit, because with passion and the Tower, I was thinking that it's possible that there's love bombing here, and that you could have a therapist intervene, and that's why we're seeing it here, is because you're like, hey, if you do go to therapy, like, hey, I just met somebody and it's amazing, and they buy me gifts and they tell me how wonderful I am, and the sex is off the hook. And your therapist is like, wait, skirt, do they already want to marry you? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, that's love bombing. Okay, so I can see that for some of you, and I want you guys to be very, very careful. But for a lot of you, I don't think that that's what it is. Okay, you will know your red flags, and I think it's the people that have gone through all of this before, and you're like, it does feel like a red flag, or I would not have brought it up. Bottom of the deck is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Spirit is saying don't hide from love, even whatever I just said, but don't hide from it when it comes, okay? Some of you might be hiding from it in different ways. If I just heard that if you are attaching yourself to someone who is already in a relationship because you believe all of this can come from it, that's actually you just not wanting to deal with great love, okay? So it is, that something isn't going to happen, so you attach yourself to someone that is not someone you can have. That is maybe for a couple of you. I think the rest of you, this is straight up legit love, okay? Let's get some more cards here, because this is where Spirit likes to start to separate out my stories. Okay. Spirit guides, ancient answers to divine. Let's clarify the Tower, passion, message. Yeah. Oh, straight up. All right. Thank you, Spirit. That was beautiful. Spirit wants you to know that for the majority of you, what you are feeling is absolutely the truth. Okay. There's no BS here. You're not being love bombed. There is clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. With the sword and the rose, and then the phoenix is a new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. This is after the phoenix is the Tower moment, because out of the ashes comes the star, the phoenix. Okay, so out of the ashes you rise again. Why? Okay. Some of you are a air sign, fire sign combo. Is what I just got with the sword and the rose. I do see roses as Leonin, Leos often, but that is what I heard. Okay, so this is why I feel so much passion. As I tell my Geminis a lot of the time, if you ever If you have a Leo friend, you Gemini, you have so much power that you don't even know. Like, we are highly combustible with our fiery nature, and all it takes is just a little spark of gas, of the right combination of air and fire, and we are all over the place. So just know to use your power wisely. With the heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together imperfect. We have forgiveness, engagement, heart with a key, and justice. I do think that some of you guys might be moving into a much higher level of commitment for sure. And one more. Did I flip? No. The palm tree. Yeah, this looks very stable and beautiful. You guys, stability, security. Did you guys see that? Okay, I'll show you guys. But the palm tree is where you guys are moving towards something very stable and beautiful and ready and patient and kind and real, okay? The love bombing, I think, is literally just for one of you. The rest of you, this is a beautiful, 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 beautiful reading. It does look like it came out of some pretty troublesome times. I will say that. It looks like you guys walked through the ringer, and so did your person, but you have grown quite a bit, okay? Bottom of the deck is twin flames. This is why I had my deep gasp, because I have nothing but love on this table. Yin, yang, zen balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. I am getting so many different energies here, you guys, as far as what zodiac signs are what, and so I don't want to even go there because I don't think that it truly applies to every single one of you, and I don't want anybody to get hung up on it, okay? But I am getting yeah, there's fire on the table. We have quite a bit of air on the table, and water with heart with keys, sword and rose, fire, water. Okay, so there's just way too many elements on the table right now, so I can't even really get into it, but I do think that there's everybody here has a positive ending regardless when it comes to love. Okay, so Gemini, one more message about love for the next 7 days here. What do you want my Geminis to leave this reading knowing about their love lives the next 7 days? Thank you. Listen with your heart and soul. Spirits, like deep down inside, you know the answers. Okay, so always, always, always listen with your heart and soul. I understand that it's very, very easy, Gemini, for you to stay in your mercurial mind realm, but I really think that with this, it's going to rock you to your core, so you'll know it, okay? Bottom of the deck is let them go. Some of you think that it is someone who it is not. I still have that possible like toxicity that needs to end, and Spirit's like, you gotta let that go, okay? And one more message from your spirit squad for my Geminis. All right. You are so very blessed. I love it, you guys. Your guardian angel is with you always, and you are so very blessed. We did talk about Raphael earlier. And I do think that a lot of you have a whole squad that is rooting for you. Otherwise, you would not have such a divine blessing coming up for you. Okay? So this has been your reading, my beautiful Geminis. Please make sure you give me a huge thumbs up, receive your blessings by subscribing, and then comment down below. Also, hit me up on my Discord. I would love to talk to you guys more, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.